Hey guys, welcome to another graphic novel, trade paperback, whatever you want to call them, overview. I did one of these about a year ago, and I just kind of wanted to do. I just felt like I wanted to do one again. The graphic novel collection's grown since then. I thought it'd be nice to have a little like I do with the DVDs, just maybe once a year do a graphic novel overview. So I just wanted to do it, and I guess let's get started. So first up here we have Batman: The Killing Joke, which I really wish I could pull these out a bit better because they're like this way, sideways, then they're hard to pull out. But it's Batman: The Killing Joke, which is an Alan Moore story. You can see there. This is the reprinting. I think it was released in 2008, 2009. I bought it in 2009, and I knew for a long time it was really hard to find, I feel like, and it was out of print, I'm pretty sure. But then they re-released it, and I think this is like a special edition because it has some artwork in the back. But it's an amazing story. I haven't read it in a long time, but it's great. Then you've got another Alan Moore story, Watchmen, which is the definitive of all comic books. Really, it's completely and utterly as good as they say. It's so dense. Like, I borrowed it off a friend and read it, so then I wanted my own copy, my collection. I got it from my brother one year, and I just I flicked through it again and was reading a bit in the beginning, and it's just amazing. It really is. And then you've got Garth Ennis is Preacher. These are the first 7 trades. I've read up to 6, and I need to get 8 and 9 because I really just want to finish that out because I've got 3 left, so I'm closing near the end, but I haven't read any in a long time, so I'm sort of shady on what's going on. I might have forgotten some stuff. It's hard. There's just so many plot threads. It's just hard to keep up. But Preacher's absolutely amazing. It's so over the top and brilliant, and for me, it's one of my all-time favorite comic books. And that's like the last 3 trades of shit, which, and by all accounts, they're not. I can't imagine they will be, but I'm sure Preacher is definitely like in my top 5 comics ever. It's absolutely, I love it to death, so to speak. And then you've got the first 3 trades of The Boys, which is something that I really liked at first. I read it just before I read Preacher, and I really liked it. But then I read Preacher, and I was like, this isn't as good. Both Preacher and The Boys are written by Garth Ennis, and I think out of the 2, Preacher is most certainly better, but I do want to read more Boys at some point. These trades were good. I like the first one the best, but it was an interesting idea, but sometimes I think it just goes too far and the writing just isn't as good. It's not as interesting, to be honest. It's kind of a bit more standalone, I think, or at least from what I read it, than Preacher. Then you've got The Runaways, Pride and Joy, Volume 1. It was good, I liked it a lot, but it was just like, I don't want to get too dug into it now because I want to finish off Preacher and some other titles that I'll show you before I really dig into The Runaways. But it was really cool, actually. I really liked it. It's about kids and they find out their parents are super villains and they kind of go on a run, and it's really good. I think Joss Whedon wrote some of it at some point. Then you have Why the Last Man, Volume 1, 2, 3 and 4. That's, volumes 1 to 4. There's 10 volumes of this. So it's nice to know that this does have an ending, but it's written but also by Brian K. Vaughan, who was a writer on Lost for a while, which kind of shows in Why the Last Man. This is very Losty, although there's not as many sort of questions aside from what caused the plague, why did Yorick survive, who's 355, etc. It's interesting. If you don't know Why the Last Man is, it's about this plague that wipes out all men on Earth, and there's only women left, apart from this guy Yorick and his monkey, who's also a boy. It's a really interesting concept, and sort of the idea of what happens if all men are gone, and you get these women who are go off into fractions, and this, the women of the Amazon or something like that, who are out killing and stuff, and these in the 4th trade there's these women who are cutting people off and think it was the government who caused the plague and stuff, and nobody really knows, and it's really awesome. So I got the 4th trade really recently. It took me ages to finish the 3rd trade. I just couldn't got out of the groove of comic books, and finally I finished it. And then I bought this one recently, Safe Word, and just blasted through it in about 2 days. So there you go. Then you got Buffy, the Blood of I can never know how to pronounce that. It's Carthage or Carthage. I'm not sure, but it's shit. It's set during season 4, and it's just rubbish. But I got it for 99p, so who cares? They got Buffy Season 8, Volumes 5, 6, and 7. Buffy Season 8 for me is a bit hit and miss. I like it, I don't like it, I do like it. Season 8 was, Volume 7 was kind of weird. Twilight 1, and I don't know. I have the first 4, what is collected in the first 4 trades in the single issues. So that's why I didn't have those ones. And then you got Frey, which I can pull out, which is a nice colour. Frey, written by Joss Whedon, excellent. Sort of like set in the Buffyverse, but in the future. Really cool stuff. Picked that one up in New York back in 2009. Really good purchase. And here you got Pride and Prejudice, which I haven't read yet, but I'm definitely gonna, because it's gonna be awesome. Pride and Prejudice, the comic book, what's not to love. Then you got Scott Pilgrim, Volume 1, Scott Pilgrim's Precious Little Life, Scott Pilgrim versus the World, Volume 2, Scott Pilgrim, you get the idea, Volume 3, Volume 4, then up here you got 5 and 6. Scott Pilgrim is one of my all-time favourite comic books, again, up there with Preacher, although very different. I love it a lot. Then you got, 6 is, don't think I had this one in my last update. It's a really great ending. That's the complete Scott Pilgrim collection, as it were. And I loved all of it. I thought it was brilliant, and I really enjoyed the movie as well. It's really, really cool. It's just such a funny concept as well. Like, how did he come up with that? Then you've got Ultimate Spider-Man volumes 7, 8, 10, and 12. And I think that's another one there? No. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. Ultimate Spider-Man. Loved it back in the day. Haven't read any in a couple of years. I don't know if I'll ever get back into it, really. It was one of the first comic books I read, and I used to love it. Then you got the Ultimates Volume 1 and the Ultimates 2 Volume 1. Ultimates, good stuff. Not one of my favourites, but I do like it. I need to get Volume 2 of that so I can finish it and then start up Ultimates 2. That's Mark Miller, and then you got another Mark Miller thing. You got Kick-Ass, which is really good. Kick-Ass 2 is currently going on the comic book. So I'm looking forward to reading that when it comes out in trade paperback. It's a really cool concept and just an interesting idea, although I do think I like the movie better just because of some of the story liberties that Matthew Vaughn took in terms of like Big Daddy's origin, as it were. I preferred that in the movie. I thought it was kind of miserable in the comic book. Now you got The Walking Dead Volume 1, Volume 6, Volume 7, Volume 8. I have read 2 to 5, but I borrowed them off friends, and then I bought 6, 7, and 8. I've read up to 7, really like The Walking Dead. But I don't know, I feel like I'm not quite enjoying it as much as I was. I don't know if it's quality or it's just me, but it's still really good. I don't know, something about it. It's just, I don't know, maybe Volume 8 will be amazing, who knows. But it's a really cool series, Zombie Apocalypse, which is another one they adapted into a TV show for FX, for AMC. And that show was quite good as well, I liked it. Then you got Invincible Volumes 1 through 7. Invincible is just so amazing, I love it. It's like, the first 2 trades I quite liked, and then the third one is where I just absolutely fell in love with the comic, and it just became amazing, and I don't know, I absolutely adore it. It's definitely my favourite comic that I'm currently in the midst of reading. It's just like, each time I get a trade I plough through it, and I love it. Then you've got Daredevil Legends, Volume 3, which is, I don't know if you can see that, but it's The Man Without Fear. The Frank Miller story, good stuff. Although I read, that was like something I read years and years ago, and I think it went a bit over my head, so I might need to reread that. Then got Sin City Volume 1, 2, 3, 4, which is also Frank Miller. I've only read the first one, The Hard Goodbye. I need to get to reading the others, but I said this in my last overview, but I just don't have any interest in reading them. And I don't know why, because they're all supposed to be amazing, and I love the movie, but for some reason I'm just not motivated to read 2 and 4. Is that odd? I don't know. And then here you got some overflow. You got Superman Aliens, which I started reading the other day, and my suspicions that it was shit were right. Then you got Batman / Ra's al Ghul Year 1. It's not anything to do with Batman Year 1 as far as I'm aware. I haven't read it. Then you've got Batman Under the Hood Volumes 1 and 2. I need to read these because I really liked the movie adaptation of these, but from all accounts this is really good stuff. Then you got Powers Volume 1, Who Killed Retro Girl Volume 2, Roleplay. It's an interesting concept, but it hasn't really grabbed me. I'm not even halfway through the first trade, and I don't know. I mean, it's good, but it's not amazing, and I'm not motivated to read it. I don't like gobble it up like I do Invincible, as it were. But there you go. Then you got Astonishing X-Men Volumes 1, Gifted Volume 2, Dangerous Volume 3, Torn, which is an awesome thing, and I still haven't got, a year later, I still haven't got the 4th one. It's really annoying, but I love the covers for them as well. That looks really nice, doesn't it? Volume 3. This is Joss Whedon as well. It's written by Joss Whedon, and I love it. So that's been my graphic novel overview. I hope I didn't rant too much. I feel like I might have, but there you go. Hope you guys enjoyed it, and maybe we'll see another one in the year. Okay, peace.